and welcome to my home. Today I'm going to unbox and test a new bread machine or bread maker, what some of you may call it, and see how it does. But before we go there, I want to let you know I have other types of videos on my channel. I have easy to prepare recipes, product reviews, meditation videos, and videos on how to grow various vegetables in containers. So let's go ahead and let's start unboxing and testing my new bread machine. This is how the box came to me, your typical brown shipping box with some tape on it. I ordered this from Amazon. Now, I ordered a new bread machine because one of the ones that I had two altogether, decided to quit on me. And ironically, it's the newest one that I had for about 4 or 5 years is the one that decided to call it quits. So I said, okay, this is an opportunity for me to try some of the newer bread machines on the market. I still have my oldest bread machine that still works, which is over 20 years old. So, as they say, they don't make them like they used to. So here's the booklet that comes with it. This is a WestBend Bread Maker. It has all your precautionary things, your instructions, setup. It even has some recipes to get you started in here. And it has it in different languages and some helpful other information on the back. So that's the picture of how it looks on here anyway. So let's start unboxing. What we have here is a thank you for your purchase. Some styrofoam. Now here's your, they like to wrap things in plastic. You got kids and animals, make sure you dispose of this and keep it, out of their way. I don't have any young kids, so I don't have to worry about that. It's got the little plug protector right there, which is nice. Oh, to get this okay, for me to get it out the box, I had to turn the box on the side. But it was well packed. It has tape to keep it secure while it's being shipped. I like it when things are packed well. And it has this inside, and oh, it has like a measuring cup. And it has one of those little hooks that you pull the bread out with. I'll unwrap that more in a little bit. Here's the insides. Now, what I want you to note is that this has 2 paddles. So that should be interesting. I wonder if that's going to be an improvement, because the ones that I had, both the 2 that I had, only had 1 paddle in the bottom. So we'll see about that. Now I'm going to take you in and show you the control panel. There might be a little bit of glare. I apologize for that. So it has your menu button and it has your start button. You can pick the color of your bread. You can add and subtract time. You can do a light bread, medium bread, and dark as far as the crust. This one goes up to a 2-pounder, all the way up to 2.5 and to a 3-pounder. So for me, that's fine, because I want to make a larger bread loaves now. Before I was limited to 1.5 pounds. Oh, and before I forget, so it did come packaged with a measuring cup. It has the 2 paddles in there. They look like regular paddles. Plastic measuring spoon, and what I consider a very important tool. This pulls out the paddles from your bread, and it's very seldom that I don't have to use one of these to pull the paddles out, but it's good that they included one. So I'm going to go ahead, get this pan out, wash it, wipe down the unit, and make a bread and see how it does. Now here are all the ingredients in the pan. I'm just making a basic whole wheat. I'm going to do a 2-pounder in here. And I just made some adjustments to a wheat bread recipe that I use. That really only makes 1.5 pounds, so I did have to, increase some of the measurements to make the 2-pounder. But we're going to see how it goes. So I have it set on 3. That number 3 you see right there, because it says 3 is whole wheat. So here we go. Okay, it's starting. Now this starts off right away. Now my real old one is 20 years plus. It takes about 5 minutes to heat up before you hear anything going on it, but that might have been just the way that one was made. So this one's going, it says it's going to take 3 hours and 30 minutes. And I'll come back and show it to you. Here she is, right out of the bread machine. It has a nice crust. It's not too dark. Now it did cook a little lopsided on one end, but this is a 2-pounder. I'm thinking that if I made a 3-pounder, which is what that machine can go up to, it might be more level, but it's looking good. So I'm going to slice into it. So that's a nice center cut. I just cut it right in half. It looks very nice, moist. It looks very, very good. Here's a different shot of it as I take a bite. Yeah, that is a good bread. Okay. So I'm going to sit down and give you my overall thoughts about this bread maker, bread machine. So I enjoy using this machine, and I'm going to give you my overall impressions. So first I'll just start out and give the rating. So out of a score of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7.5. Now what I liked about it is that it is shorter and can fit under your cabinets, but it is on the long side, so it will take up some counter space. So that was kind of a negative, but you got to have one or the other if you're going to get a good size loaf out of your bread machine. I like that it had a window where I could observe the mixing and all that kind of stuff going on in there. It has a sweetbread or fruit and nut function to it that I forgot to mention. And it's a nice red color, something different than the normal silver or white or black colors that you see in your bread machines. And it baked the bread well. It came out well. It tasted well. I was able to adapt my my recipe that I have for 1.5 loaf bread to the 2-pound selection on this machine, which again, this machine you can bake up to a 3-pound loaf of bread. Now I gave it some downgrades because it does bake vertically and it has those 2 paddle holes. So it gave you 2 paddle holes in the bottom of your bread, and it kind of ruins some of the surface of the bread when you're slicing it and serving it to people if you're trying to make sandwiches. So I did take away from that, and you may have a concern about that as well. I also not sure, it has a 1-year warranty, which is good. It's better than the 90-day warranties that you get on some appliances, but I can't attest to the durability of it because I just got it. It looks fairly solid. I do have that one issue with the way the lid closes. I don't think it's really flush like it should be, the lid with the rest of the machine, but it didn't seem to impact the ability to bake, but that does concern me a little bit. So giving this machine a 7.5 rating, and I'll put the price that I paid for it because I can't remember for it right now. And that's it. So if you enjoyed that video, hit the thumbs up like button and consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded a new video. That's it for now. Bye bye.